So, back with another UFO video. This one takes place, well, I think we got another rectangular shaped UFO here. Those are really strange. Like, how would a rectangular craft even be in the air? So this is from 1993. It says huge UFO at West Point Academy. On an otherwise dull patrol night, three military police see a UFO the size of a six-story building. What the heck? Grant tells us that it's taken him 15 years to work up the nerve to share his UFO account. It was about 2 a.m. on an August 10th, 1993. On August 10th, 1993, Grant, a military policeman, was on duty with two other MPs at West Point Military Academy. Grant is quick to say that MP duty at West Point is actually rather dull. um, as nothing much ever really happens. On this particular clear moonlit night, the three MPs were parked next to the main parade field and out of their vehicles just talking amongst themselves. While they were talking, Grant noticed that one of the other MPs was distracted. He was looking over my shoulder. The other MP loudly asked, "Hey, what the hell is that?" Grant thought the other MP was messing around, but he repeated, "Hey, what is that?" Grant turned around, and that is when he first saw the object. What stunned him was the sheer size of it. This thing was a huge UFO. It looked like a six-story building lying on its side. And that's crazy, for one. And it was at least 2 stories high. Oh my gosh. It appeared black in the moonlight and was totally silent. How could something that big be silent? It had three huge square lights on the first story. So basically, what it looked like a six-story building lying on its side, flying in the sky. Okay, where was I here? I had to take a little break. I have no idea where I was. Let's see. So, but we're talking about this huge rectangular shaped craft. It had three huge square lights on the first story, as if it was like a flying building. So it says on the first story. The second story had three square lights on the bottom as well. What the heck? The three MPs were mesmerized by what they were looking at. This is one of the most bizarre, like already, and I don't even know that much information about it. This is already one of the most bizarre reports I've ever heard. Grant tells us that it's legit sounding because it's a mass sighting and it's military, so I have no reason not to believe that they saw something like this. Grant tells us that they watched the craft for perhaps 3 or 4 minutes. We were trying to figure out amongst us what we were looking at and whether or not we should report it. None of us had a clue what to report. I can tell you for certain that it wasn't a plane, it wasn't a blimp, it wasn't a helicopter. Of course not. Grant explains that while they were watching the huge UFO, all of a sudden the craft flashed a light like a camera flash in rapid sequence 3 times. He says the flash lit up the entire side of the mountain. At this time, we were very alarmed. We jumped into our vehicles and started toward the object. Started toward the object. As we made our way... Jesus. So... Okay, hold on. As we made our way toward the object, it started moving slowly to our left. Then it stopped for about perhaps 3 seconds. Moments later, the thing darted to the right at an incredible speed and was gone. It vanished in the blink of an eye. The 3 stunned military MPs discussed what they had seen. They knew the military tended to frown upon reporting this type of thing, so the 3 decided to not report it. Grant admits that he was really rattled. I was so shaken that at the end of my shift, I had to call my father and reluctantly told him what happened. I had to tell somebody. Yeah, I'd be like that too. It was during the father and son conversation that another account was shared. The father related a sighting of his own while flying on a mission in Vietnam. Ooh, I never even thought about looking up like UFO sightings from like the Vietnam War. That would be really interesting. In Vietnam, UFOs were routinely reported simply as enemy helicopters because the North Vietnamese didn't have helicopters? Oh, what? Huh. Sounds like something to look into. That's the end of that report, but it's a really good one. So this is 1993. It's from New York, West Point Academy. Yeah, that's what's so crazy though. And there's like some kind of a picture that resembles it that I'll put in the thumbnail. But like it's just the shape of this thing that's so bizarre. Right? Like it's gotta be one of the most bizarre sightings ever. Any of these rectangular style craft. That is so weird. This thing was huge. Absolutely huge. So, let me know what you think about this report. Do you have any more information on it that you would like to share that you know of? Let me know any thoughts and comments, down below. Any further thoughts and comments that you would like to say about this incident in particular. Really interesting, really fascinating. What could this have possibly been? I mean, it sounds like a flying freaking building. Like, what the heck, right? Like, oh my gosh. I did a rectangular. I think I did a couple, but I don't come across these very often. This is one of the best ones, one of the most legit ones too. So yeah, let me know your thoughts about it, and I'll be back with more UFO content soon.